So the first one there says that we need to factor. Okay, so we check to see if they have anything in common. Do these have anything in common? No. So what's the next thing I do? 12 and negative 35. Okay, and then what do I get when that happens? Negative 420. Okay. What factors did you use? What two numbers? 42 and 10. Where did you put the 42? With the 12 or with the 35? I'm going to put it with 35. Why do you think I'm going to do that? 7 goes into both of those. Is why I'm going to do it. I could have done it with 12, and if I did it with 12, what would have come out?
6.
Okay. So I have 12x squared. What is it? Minus 10x, is that right?
Yep.
Plus 32x minus 35. 42. I was like, what? 42. Okay. So another reason I put the 42 in the back is because it's the positive one. And when I end up with a plus sign in between parentheses, what happens to the other stuff? Like what happens to this sign? Nothing. Just stays. Alright, so 12x squared minus 10x. What do they have in common? 2x. And what am I left with?
6x minus 5.
5, okay. Plus 42x minus 35? 7, and we're left with... They match, so what does that mean? Alright, we did it right. 2x plus 7. 6x minus 5. Factor cubes. What comes out?
A 4.
A 4. And so I'm left with x cubed. Say it again.
X cubed plus 27.
Plus 27. Okay? I took that factor. I factored out that 4. Okay? It's still part of your answer. It doesn't disappear. It's still part of your answer. So I have 4 times a plus b, x plus 3. You cube x to get x cubed. You cube 3 to get 27. X squared minus 3x plus 9. There is your factored term. Questions? No, we're good? Alright. 3. I forgot to put domain and range parent function, but we've done this enough. What do you think the parent function is?
Reciprocal.
Reciprocal, or 1 over x. Okay, we've gone over inequalities and we've gone over interval notation. I'm going to do the domain and range both ways. Alright, so if we're doing the domain, you see this dotted line? That's an asymptote. Nobody giggled. Most of the time y'all giggle when I say that. Okay, so it can't touch that line. What is that line at? 2. So x cannot be 2. That's what you'd write down. What's your range? Y cannot be 1. Okay, that's interval notation. No, sorry. That's inequalities. That's inequalities. If I'm going to do it in interval notation, where does this part start on the left? Where does it start on the left? Do you know?
Negative infinity.
Negative infinity. It goes from negative infinity to what?
1.
To 1. 2.
Oh, my bad.
To 2. With a parenthesis. Okay? And then, what happens? I always do that the wrong way. Then what happens? Where does it start again?
3.
Starts at 2 again. 2 to infinity. It's getting really, 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 really close to this, but not touching it. Same thing down here. So what would your range be if I was writing it in interval notation?
Negative infinity to 1.
Okay.
And then 1 to positive infinity.
Yep. Good. Okay. Number 4. What did you do first? Multiply by root 5. Why'd you do that? Didn't have a radical on the bottom. Alright. So 5 times 180, you got 900, I hope. So I had the square root of 900, which is what? 30. Okay. You could just go straight to 30, but say you didn't know that. We don't know that. And so when I do prime factorization, what are some of the numbers I can use?
2, 3, 5, 7.
2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Alright, so which one should I take out of 900? 3, okay. And then I'm at 300. Give me another one. 3, now I'm at 100. Give me another one. 5, we got 20. 5, I got 10. How about 4? No. New math. 2 and 2. Okay, it's square root, so we have groups of 2. One set of 2s, one set of 5s, one set of 3s. 3 times 5 is 15, times 2 is 30. Okay? So tell me now what's going on with our variables. I have 3 x's and 4 y's. How many variables do I have to circle? 2, just like our numbers. Alright, so I have 30xy squared over 5. That will reduce down, and I get 6. Go ahead.